really irritating sitting and watching it through nothing. All right. F of 3. Guys. F of 3. We plug it in. We get 3 squared equals 9. Nothing too surprising. Nothing too surprising. F of negative 2. Negative 2 quantity squared. Martha.
So do we have to write like the table down? Or
Well, we're asked to define what the range is.
uh-huh.
Effectively, we're being asked, what is this?
Uh-huh. So do we have to write down the F of 0?
Guys, Aiden, back there. Okay. Haley, Kevin, Brill, up here. So, say that again, Martha, I'm sorry.
So do we have to write down the F of 0 equals 0?
I'm just trying to highlight where I'm getting these numbers from as I build this.
So if we don't need it, we don't have to.
No. What's negative 2 squared?
I can see.
What's negative 2 squared? Yeah. Positive 4. Okay? Positive 4. John? It's positive 4. If you type this in your calculator and come up with negative 2 and you put that on a quiz or a test, I guarantee you I will mark it wrong and I will have no pity. You may not get this wrong. Okay? You need to make sure that you're using your parentheses, or at least you're using some common sense. Okay. F of negative 2.5. Negative 2.5 squared.
You forgot one.
Oh, thank you. We'll get there. What's negative 2.5 squared? Yeah.
6.25.
6.25. So there's another one. 6.25. When it's quiet, I'll go. Ryan.
Wouldn't you wait to write the 6.25 down until you have the square root of 3?
Yeah, we'll draw some arrows so we make it work. Square root of 3 squared is what?
3.
3. Okay. Good enough. So, F of 2 over 3. Be careful here, guys. Yeah.
4 times.
No.
4 9.
Becomes 2 squared over 3 squared. 4 over 9.
That's an interesting.
Next one, F of A. A squared. Last one. And this is one I don't know that you know how to do. Okay, what'd you get?
9 plus A squared.
No. Yes.
6 plus 2A. What do you think?
Nope. Right?
You can't solve it.
You can. John, last try.
2A squared?
Nope. Alright, here we go.
Or 3A squared?
Really quickly. 3 plus A squared. You may not have seen this, so just watch. But you will see this very, very soon. We rewrite this as 3 plus A times 3 plus A. Does anyone have any issues with that? Doesn't this represent this?
Why don't you write it like
Yeah.
Okay.
it says that?
Now, we have to use the distributive law, but that means that we have to distribute this to that, and that. And we have to distribute this to that, and that. That's what you guys are missing. Is that inside and outside? There's a fancy special thing called FOIL.
Oh, you told us about that.
Have you guys seen this before?
You mentioned it, but
Okay.
you tell us what it is.
We'll get to that next unit. In any case, the short answer for this one, A squared plus 6A plus 9. Don't worry about that one, I'll give it to you.
Why don't you combine the 6A with A squared?
Is A and A squared the same thing?
Nope.
Can't combine them. They have to have the same exponent in order to combine. Haley.
That scares me though.
Okay.
Because it's like big and
I'm trying to be a sympathetic teacher here, it's hard. I appreciate it that scares you, I really do, and I'm not trying to pick on you. Don't worry about that, we haven't talked about it, so you shouldn't.
9A. Isn't it?
Okay? It doesn't exist. Okay. And in Haley's world of math, you've never
So
seen
what's
this.
the answer of F?
So,
Let's say.
if we're asking about what is the range of f,
Y equals AY.
y equals all that stuff. That's our range.
Wait, all that right there.
That's our whole range. Every element inside that is mapped from a specific element in the domain. Those are all mapped. Now, let's go to the next one. What is the subset of real numbers that could be used as a domain of the squaring function to create a range with the same output values as the sequence given from lesson 9? Meaning, what's the domain if we were to extend this problem to be more like this?
All real numbers.
Nope.
Is that a Y? Oh, I just.
Is there a number between 1 and 2?
No, so it has to be an element of integers.
Positive integers. That's our domain.
Wait, what was the range?
The range was given, and below that it said if the range is 1, 2, 4, 8, or sorry, 1, 2, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, give us a domain that it would come from. It's basically saying, if I give you the squared numbers, what numbers are the inputs? It's asking to reverse what we
So
just
wait,
did.
that's the answer to the last question?
That's the answer to the last one.
Plus I?
Plus I. Okay.
What?
Question? What's your question? Okay, look on your paper at the bottom.
Is that what we put together?
It's saying, I'm giving you the range. I'm giving you these values. But in this case, the range is 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, dot, dot, dot. Right?
Yeah.
That says, do you recognize this pattern? 4, 9, 16, 25. Squares. What are the inputs that give me this pattern? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
all
okay.
positive integers.
Okay.
Okay? We're going in the reverse direction on that one.
With that last one.
Alright. Any questions on that? Okay. We're going to skip number 3 and we're going to jump on to number 4.
Wait, what was the last number?
Scratch that. Scratch that. We're not even going to do number 4. Let's go to 5. We're running long
Scratch
time.
the whole thing.
Wait, where's
I am lost.
Look for the number that says 5 next to example or exercise. That's where we're
Are we
going.
skipping 3?
Yes.
Already
And 4.
Okay.
I just see one over time.
F of x equals x minus 2.
Can you calculate or solve that?
Yeah. Guys. We've done this a couple times now. Where I've given you a function you haven't seen, I've asked you, Kevin. I've asked you guys to use the table and to try to look around and see if you can figure out what's happening here. Okay? So we're going to do this one together for sake of time. So we're going to create a table. We're going to create a table. And I'm going to call it x and f of x. Okay. I'm going to call it x and f of x. Now there's one specific rule you need to understand about square roots. John?
You can't square root a negative number?
Bingo. You can't square root a negative number. Okay? So what we need to do is we need to find out what is the domain of this function, and then we need to figure out what is the range of this function. So we need to pick some x values carefully. So John, since you had that one, see if you can get the next one. What would be some strategic values for x that we could pick to see what's going on?
Square root.
Not square root. Notice that the x is right here.
Oh, 2 above square root?
2 above what? You're right.
Square number.
Nope.
Like a perfect square.
No.
Yes.
Brennicky?
I know what you're saying.
Okay, I know what he's saying too, but you're getting your words muddled. What should we pick for x? What's some good values we should pick for x?
I was thinking, like, you mean ones that will get integer f(x)'s?
Ones that will highlight where our problems occur and where things start working out.
I was saying we should do some really low ones.
Okay, so define some low ones.
1,
1,
0.
1 minus 2 is negative 1. That won't work.
0, 1,
Oh, I don't remember now.
2,
I'd say anything above 2.
3. And we have some people who are starting to see it.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it has to be minus 2.
Okay,
We do.
guys. We have some people who are starting to see it, so this is good. For those of you who are like, whoa, what are they saying? What we're trying to do is just pick some values. How many people understand that I cannot take the square root of a negative number? How many people understand I cannot take the square root of a negative number? Okay, about half. So some of these basic properties that you've learned over the years are going to come in handy moving forward. So once we identify that, the next question these guys are asking themselves is, okay, well, when does this become negative? So they said, well, it kind of becomes negative around x equal 2. So let's try that out. If I do f of 0, I get square root of 0 minus 2. Does anyone not agree with that? Does anyone not agree with that? Or not understand where I'm coming up with that? How about that?
Well, how do you get, if you do 0, it'd be negative 2 squared.
Okay.
Square root of negative 2, you can't do that.
This is bad. We can't do this. So is 0 in our domain?
No.
No.
Neither is 1.
Okay.
You got a negative.
Neither is 1.
As x element.
Can I do that? No. We can't do that.
So it's not currently.
How about f of 2? Can I take the square root of 2 minus 2?
It's negative.
The square root of 0, which is?
0.
Does that exist?
Yes.
Yes.
So it's in our domain.
How about f of 3?
Yeah, you can.
3 minus 2, square root of 1, 1. That exists.
So can we do the domain now?
So let's look at the domain.
Because I don't know how to do it.
So Harry, you don't know how to do the domain.
No.
Well,
Because I wasn't.
okay. So, what does the domain mean again? Can someone say that? I think John said it last time. Brian?
Any value that x can be?
Any value that x can take. So looking at this, what values could x be? Nick,
All real numbers above 2.
perfect.
How would you write that though?
Or you-
X is an element of all real numbers greater than 2. Could it be 2 as well?
Yes.
Greater than or equal.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's the domain.
That's the domain.
Is this a question on our
It looks
little...
like gibberish, but it actually makes sense. I know.
Ginny with the insight of the day. It looks like gibberish, but it makes sense. Okay. Absolutely. It makes sense.
That's less than 2.
So
Okay.
it's greater than.
Greater. Alright. If it makes you guys feel any better, my wife totally begged me not to give you the story. She's having to do stuff like this right now in her stats class. She's totally struggling with the greater than or equal sign. She's like, I don't know, is it greater or less than? I'm like, it points to whatever's, or it's opening to whatever's bigger.
It's the alligator.
Yeah, it's the alligator. I actually had to do our alligator on her college homework. It was great.
I used to always do that.
So, that's our domain. What is our range? What is our range? Guys, stay with me. A couple more minutes. Brennicky, what's our range?
All numbers greater than or equal to 0.
Guys. Okay, our range, y is an element of all real numbers greater than or equal to 0. So a function that you've never seen before, you can tell me what the domain of the range is. You can tell me where it works and where it doesn't. And this is good. We want to have the skill.
Wait, is capital X's and Y's? How do you do the Y?
How do we do the y?
Yeah,
We look over here at f of x. Remember, f of x is the same thing as y.
yeah.
So, where do we start? We start to work right here.
Oh, so it's your
As
it could
the second we're here, we're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, right?
Got it.
Make sense? Yeah.
So it's like everything the opposite of x, y, because like not only f of x, but like when we add the like s, like.
Say that again now.
Like when we were just doing it. It was like an s and then in parentheses a number. Is that y too?
Yeah, in that situation. Remember I said a long time ago, the reason we like function notation, it gives us a little bit more clarity about what the problem's talking about. S generally is talking about functions, which is dealing about continuous lines. S is usually about sequences, which is about discrete numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stuff like that. Okay? Carlos. I know.
No, wait,
Is that a
Mr.
capital
Morgan.
X or a tiny x?
Okay,
No, wait, I have.
Is that a capital?
guys, hurry.
What does
Haley,
the R stand?
real numbers.
So like 0 and not negatives?
Nope. Anything that I can write down. If I can draw a number line and put a pencil on it, that's a real number. If I can draw a number line and put a pencil on it, that's a real number. An imaginary number, we haven't talked about yet. So, any number. Okay, your homework. Okay. Your homework.
We never have to surprise.
This is the only class we ever have homework.
Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. I'll have to talk to the other teachers and make sure that they're giving you guys homework as well.
My mom's smashing.
Wait, we have to do this whole class?
My mom's doing
My grandma's gonna send me from
Yes.
You heard that too?
I'm working on it.
Yeah, Mr. Morgan, you know Nicole
Mr. Morgan, I didn't get yesterday's homework.
Gotta touch base class.
No, I don't. I don't have to, but.
Okay, homework is due tomorrow. All of it.
Mr. Morgan, I need one.
Sorry?
Now I feel like